individualist? Are you really ready to give up your freedom? Have you accomplished all of your personal goals? Because when you get married, you just read the Bible. The Bible says a married woman seeks how she might please her what? Husband. So you got to give up all of your rights to please the person that you're married to. How is your credit? You talk about what somebody else bringing to the table. What you taking to the table? If you got children, those are considerations. You can't marry everybody. You can be married Freaky Friday. When you got children, you got to think about these things. Am I talking good up in here? Your children are important. If your child say, I don't like him, you need to stop and think about that. Are you walking in your calling? Are you living happy? If you're a single person, you ought to be traveling the world. It's nothing stopping you. You can get up when you get ready. You ain't got to cook for nobody if you don't want to. Come on. You can lay in the bed and cuddle with your pillow all day long if you want to. But if you're married and got family, your responsibility need to be with your family. You ought to be on a cruise. Some of you single people are sitting up here. You don't never go nowhere. You ain't planning no vacation. You scared to go by yourself. Come on. If you single, you ought to be doing everything you want to do. Buy what you want to buy. Ain't no single person got no business being broke. Ask me why. You ain't got nobody but you. And you can't take care of you. You are not ready for a family. As a single person, you should not settle. And the reason some of you settle is because you're lonely or your clock is ticking. Some of you old single people, you feel depressed because you ain't got married yet. I'm going to tell you one thing. You got to raise the bar and stop settling. I wish I had a little more help in here. You got to not settle. You got to understand that settling is going to cost you more than you're willing to pay. As a single person, I got to hit you real good right in here. You got to start setting some boundaries. You should be fast and free and footloose. You got to deal with yourself.